Hello everyone, I am Anurag Verma and today we'll be Hello everyone, I am Anurag Verma. I am taking a part of this course called Basic Entrepreneurship for Engineers, which is taught by Dr. Saurabh Gupta sir. Today we'll be learn about the funding and profitability of our business, and later we will move on to the HR parts of a role. So a good business idea is profitable or not, we can calculate the profitability of a venture by they are different. So a venture should be so a venture should be profitable. It should make money. So different terms in there are different types of profit relating to the profitability. The first term is profit. So it is the revenue that is left with you after the fixed and variable costs have been deducted from your total revenue. So profit, so in so in basic terms, if you have made a good for rupees 100 and you have sold it for 200, then that other 100 is the profit. Second is break even. Break even is the number of units that need to be sold in a period in order to recover the fixed expenses for that period. It is calculated by dividing the total fixed cost by the difference between the per price unit price, that is. So break even is the number of unit to be sold in order to recover the fixed cost, fixed expenses. Break even period is the time period required to recover the money invested in the setup cost, assuming the certain level of scale sales. So contribution of profit margin, gross profit margin, per unit, it is a per unit surplus over the variable cost. Numerically, it is the difference between per price unit and variable cost unit. So we can do a so how can we estimate our revenue and estimate your revenue and price? So what is maximization? Maximization is the process by which company determines the price and product output level that generates the most profit. This works great when all the customer segment have similar willingness to pay and when the optimal output times and the general long time prices are equal. Starbucks is a good example of maximization. They are popular are the highly popular coffees are priced at a premium to maximize profit per cup. Market penetration is the strategy. Market penetration is the strategy. Market penetration is the strategy involving the pricing of the product at a low price to win the dominant market share. This strategy is to price your product low to maximize at broad adoption. So, uh, Uh, And third technique to get into the market is market swimming. It is a profit maximization strategy usually for a high-tech, low availability goods. In skimming, you start with a high price and gradually broaden the product offering to address more of the customer base at a lower prices. So we discussed three strategies here. First is maximization, second is market penetration, third is market skimming. Maximization, we maximize profit. Third is in second is market penetration, where we lower our prices, of a product so that we can get the maximum number of the market share. Third is market swimming when we are new to the market and oh, there are very low available alternatives. We set the market price at a high profit, at a price where the profit is high, and we reduce it slowly to get the best price so that it fits the market better. So now we will do an exercise where we will discuss all this cost revenues. So what is COGS? COGS is the cost of goods sold. So this is the manufacturing cost or the cost of the good that we are solding. That cost it how much it costs us to sell that good is the COGS. So let us uh, calculate different types of. First is cost, startup cost, that are the one-time cost. Second is the capital work in process, that the fixed asset, the amount you have already, that will be the money in rotation. Starting operation will be the first time cost you will need it. So what will be the raw material cost will be at the cost of a basic raw material, pricing cost, labor cost. This will add up to your cost of goods sold. So we can forecast sales. So the number of units sold, revenue, price per unit, COGS. We can here tell the salaries of our customers. So what is P&L ratio? P&L ratio is the profit and loss ratio for which investors look while investing. So break-even analysis is as I told you, the amount of goods sold to recover the cost of the setup. Unit economics is the unit economics is the ratio of contains all the margins of the product where we get COGS, gross profit, profit margin, operating cost, churn rate, CAC. So this was the exercise we done for a financial planning. So this was a mark. break even. So the funding strategy and its importance. So where do are we now? Funding strategy, where do we want to be and how can we get there are the success indicators. Where are we now? Part to the current position, key learnings. Where do we want to be? Future plans. Where do we get? How do we get there? Is the strategy to achieve the goals we want. So the sources of funding are the angels, bootstrapping, funds and family, grants, debt financing, equity. Bootstrapping, when you put your own money. FFF is friends, family, and fools who puts money on your venture. Grants are the transfer of funds to your venture that require repayment, but with the condition, often in order to support the venture in advancing the objective of the grantee. Angel investor are the wealthy private investor focused on financing small businesses in exchange for equity. Debt financing, where you take a loan from your venture capitalist or banks that specializes in micro and startup funding. So there are the different stages of round of funding. First is pre-seed round, second is seed funding, third is early stage, fourth is growth stage, fifth is liquidity stage. So 5 minutes. So what is P&E ratio? P/E ratio is a price and earning ratio. It is a And what is P&S ratio is price and sales ratio. Now we will discuss about the H leadership. What is shared leadership? Shared leadership is a modern leadership approach where leadership decision making and influence are distributed across a team, not just held by one person at the top. It is a collaboration and empowerment and trust. So, shared leadership is when the whole team takes a decision, not only just the one person takes leadership. So, so rather than having a single boss making all decisions, shared members, owners take vision and so key features of shared leadership are distributed decision making, mutual accountability, collaboration over hierarchy. Fourth is dynamic roles. Fifth is empowerment and trust. Why it is useful? It encourages innovation, diverse voices, more creative solution, builds stronger team. Everyone feels valued and responsible and included. It increases agility. It makes faster decision, more flexible when role shift. It increases growth and learning when people led in areas where they can grow and excel. Fifth, when the startups and are creative, no rigid hierarchy. When we can use shared leadership in startup when resources are limited but passion is high. In creative and tech hybrid where roles are blurred and evolve fast. In student team and college club where flat structures work better. And now we'll discuss about hiring and fitment. Hiring and fitment is all about finding the right people and ensuring they are good match for your team. So what is hiring? It is the process of recruiting individual whose skills, motivation, and personality align with your requirement of the team, organization, and team. Hiring is selecting candidates with the right capabilities. Fitment is ensuring they truly fit the team dynamics and work ethics. It is important because it boosts productivity, right people. Right people are gives fewer management issues and better result, improve retention. People who resonate with which resonates with your value stays longer, fuel collaborations. For people, fitment ensures that smoother teamwork and less friction. Fourth is build culture, hiring for attitude, not just for aptitude. What should we look in fitment? Shared values, complementary strengths, culture adaptability, and long-term potentials. So, fitment examples. So this was today's video, guys. Thank you.